Back in one piece.
I know you kill for me, you die for me. I know you like to rip and run the streets, but I get nervous sometimes.
Okay. That nasty crescendo is disgusting.
Make it home to eat.
All right, we back.
Fearlessly.
Rest in peace to Aaliyah and DMX. Wow, two people.
Call me
Okay.
Bass.
Welcome back to this is episode 8 of Dysfunctional Family. Please make sure you subscribe if you're watching from YouTube, Dysfunctional Family TV. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, and make sure you touch that notification bell, bing, so that you know when we post a new content. I don't like that at all. And I'm gonna get into something else I don't like, but I'm gonna hold off on that. If you are listening on all streaming platforms, please make sure you like, download the episode, and share the link so more people could follow our page as well.
For sure.
I'm going to be honest, before we even start with this episode, out the gate, why is your hat like that?
It's just how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling real, you know?
What? That joint is disgusting.
I know you killed me.
No. Please stop singing.
Oh, baby sleep.
All
That's
right.
how I'm feeling.
Listen, y'all. Here's what we talking about today. We are going to be...
What? What we scoffing about?
I'm sorry.
Don't be crazy. What we scoffing
Here's what we scoffing about today. We are scoffing about parental boundaries. How to, restore and replenish for all the parents out there or parents to be looking to parent. How to make sure you are keeping yourself emotionally safe. And not just safe, emotionally healthy in order for you to be able to parent at your optimal level, right?
Oh, optimal level.
Like that? Yeah, I threw that in there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Your optimal level. I'm sorry. Let me censor myself.
Yeah, because you wild today.
All right, but yeah, it's important.
It's important. So we like to start with an opening anecdote. All right. We might have some guests come on today. So those guests are a little bit loud in the background. So if y'all hear a little extra noise, just don't mind us. It's a little ghetto today. But here we go. We're going to start with our opening anecdote, okay? So y'all remember, if you follow our page, well, if you don't follow our page, I'm going to do a quick plug, shameless plug. On IG, please follow This Functional Family Podcast. This Functional Family Podcast. We put up some really cool and funny content, all right? So there was one time where we posted a video where Yanea, our 6-year-old, she takes my phone and she's recording. I'm holding Amanda and I'm rocking her and I'm rubbing her back. And she's like, ugh, why are you treating mommy like a baby? Now she's recording this whole ordeal. And I'm like, because mommy said she wasn't feeling well and she does so much for the family. I want to make sure she's taken care of. And then she put me on blast. She's like, well, when are you taking mommy back to the spa? And I'm like,
girl,
yo, chill. You don't know if I got spa money right now. I might be saving up for something else. You
better
know what I'm
always
saying?
keep spa money in the tuck, my guy.
You know what?
Always have spa money.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not even gonna argue that. So it reminded us that our kids even understand that their parents need self-care. There was even a time where I was. This was during the semester. I don't remember if it was finals week or midterm week, but I just remember being super busy, super stressed out. And my daughter's asked to play something, and I'm at the fridge. It's the first time. It's mid-afternoon, first time I'm eating for the day. I'm at the fridge. I'm grabbing something, and they're like, can we play such and such, such? And I'm like, I said, Daddy just needs a little time to get some rest. And Yaya looks at me. She goes, it's okay, Daddy. We all need self-care. Take some time to yourself. I'm like, we all need some. Where did she learn that from? So
what about self-care?
Yeah, so it actually made me proud. It made me not like that. We're not neglectful to our children, but like it made me realize that they understand their parents need time too, and that their parents deserve space to be human. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what made us think about this topic, and we want to just offer some opportunities for parents to listen in, or parents to listen in and understand preemptively or proactively how to truly take care of yourselves and keep your relationships healthy, fruitful, happy, and joyful, so that your children are growing up in an even better home when you're at your best. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You want to take it away?
For sure. And just like going back to that little nugget you dropped about our children humanizing us, because at this stage in their lives, like we're kind of like gods to them. Like we give them everything they need. If they have questions about the world that they don't yet understand, like they come to us to ask, well, why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly?
Do rabbits have armpits?
Yo, Zara asked the wildest question.
That really was the question. That really was the question.
Zara
said, do rabbits have armpits? We was like, oh shit,
do they? Google. Zara asked the wildest questions. But just making sure that at this stage in their lives, as we're, gods to them in some respect, not to be like blasphemous.
Formative years.
We give them everything that they need as much as we can, and we give as much information to them as we can. But it is important that we humanize ourselves, so they know that we're not robots and we just don't go on and go on and go on. Like we need breaks, we need to recharge, we need to refuel again, so that we can perform at an optimal level and be the best possible parents that we can be to them and for them. We can't parent them effectively if we're always depleted or running on E. So I do think that say all that to say that it's important for us to identify when we need a break as a parent. Like, it's cool that they can see when we need a break, but how do we know?
I was about to say, don't speak in generality. Like, what's your personal? Because I'm gonna talk a little bit about like myself. So, like, what's your personal, like, ways
Yeah, when I know I need a break, I get real snappy. Like everything gets on my nerves. I'm screaming at them for no reason, not for no reason, but like every little thing is getting on my nerves, and you'll even have to come to me and be like, just go in the bedroom for a minute. What do they need? Well, like what's about to happen? Just go take a nap. Go lay down. Because everything gets on my nerves. Turn your tablets down. No. Put the peach down. You can't have no apples. You go drink some water. I just say stupid. I say stupid stuff. Like, I get real snappy and real like just on edge about every little thing. So that's when I know that I need to step back. Dashawn, you take them for a minute, or go take them to the park. Let me lay down. Let me just, even if I'm not tired, let me just be by myself for a few minutes, and let me just mentally recoup from whatever is going on. So that's how I know.
I think it's actually particularly important, especially because of the recovery from this pandemic, right? Like a lot of parents have been at home with their children. I've even had students at my job whose parents they're on class online at work, like at their parents' job. You know what I mean? So the parents are like bringing kids into work. So there's not a lot of space. So this is a lesson or a podcast today that's a general podcast for like whenever you're parenting, but in particular as we recover from this pandemic where we've been together for 19, 20 months. And, it seems like there's no letting up. Yeah. Parents need that relief. I would say for me, I think it's similar for most people. Like you get a little edgy, right? So things that normally I would either laugh about or that I would understand a little better. I'm kind of like, you know what it is? Here's my thing. If our daughters ask me a question and my response is like a question, I know when I'm not in a good space. Here's an example. Daddy, did we go to the pool this summer? Do you remember going to the pool this summer? It's like if I ask you a question after asking me a question, I know as opposed to me just answering it no, baby, we didn't go. Or don't you remember we went 2 weeks? Oh, we went 2 weeks ago. if I ask a question back, that's my trick. That's my like flag. Like, oh, no. Do you remember doing that? Oh, okay. No, you're not in a good space. Okay, cool. Time to go watch a little sports show, watch some Skip and Shannon, some First Take or something, and debrief, you know, get a little meditation time, whatever it is. Yeah. So I think that's my trigger. So I think to stamp this point is be honest enough with yourself to identify your triggers, right? Sure. Like figure out when your ratio is like in balance. If you're like saying like 8 no's to like 1 yes, it's like your ratio's a little off. If you're giving like 8 negative comments to your child to 1 compliment, your ratio is a little off. If you're creating more negative interactions or hostile interactions than you are positive ones, then your ratio is a little off. You know what I mean? So like check that and be honest enough with yourself to be like, I'm a step away. You know what I'm saying? I'm a step away a little bit.
Before we move though, I do want to make sure that we're not excluding like single parents, because we have the benefit of the luxury of having each other. Like if I need a break, Dashawn, just take them for a minute. I can't. Or you can, say the same to me, Amanda. I need to go X, Y, and Z.
Or even when we're together, we're with them together, so we feed off that energy.
Right. Yeah. But for single parents who may not have the same luxury or the same opportunities that we have to just bounce off of each other, as you find, I know it can be a lot harder to like make space and make time, but I would just encourage y'all to just get creative. Like if your child is at an age where you can trust them, hey, mommy or daddy, if you're whatever gender you are, mommy or daddy, I need to lay down for 10 minutes. Take your tablet or watch something on the TV if you can trust them to sit for a few minutes and by themselves. Or if they're at an age where they're still a baby or still a toddler, let them lay down with you, or give them the tablet to lay down in the bed with you, or give them a bottle or a toy that they can play as you just lay down for a few minutes. So we definitely don't want y'all to just feel like everybody has somebody in the house that they can go to at any given place moment. Of privilege.
I get you. No, that makes
just
sense.
Get creative. Don't feel like you have to wait until it's bedtime to get that break. If you can in the moment take a break, by all means, please do it. Even if it's literally for 2 or 3 minutes, just for you to close your eyes and breathe. Take that space.
Yeah, that's a blind spot for me, because I'm used to I've never single parented, and neither have you. Yeah. So I'm glad that you're aware and sensitive enough to that, which is actually a good segue. Random.
What happened?
You gonna keep that hat sideways this whole?
Should I?
All right, no, whatever. I'm gonna leave you alone. But I'm gonna turn you this way just in case. It says generational
My
wealth.
neck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll turn it. I'll turn it for a few minutes.
Because you gonna mess up your swag. You gonna mess up your head. Leave it.
No, I got the.
All right, cool.
You already messed it up. All right, am I good?
Yeah, you good. And we move a little bit here. All right. That's a good segue though. We're talking about the single parents. Because I think whether you're a single parent, an aspiring parent, or co-parenting, blended family, whatever, all kinds of creative and variances of families, community is really important.
Absolutely.
Community is really important. I can attest that I am super duper grateful to have parents and parents-in-laws. I have siblings and siblings-in-law who love their nieces.
Aunts.
Who right, that's my siblings-in-law.
No, I mean like your aunt. Like
got you. Family, the unit.
Yeah, the whole family.
I'm sorry. We ain't gonna.
We ain't gonna keep dragging.
We got a lot of people.
The family.
The family, though. Now, I know that is obviously not a luxury that everyone has. Some people, moved out the state and you away from family for work or something like that, so you got to hire babysitters. So I am speaking somewhat in a generality, but if you do have godfathers and godmothers of your children, aunts and uncles, people you trust, right? Not like just any and everybody, but people you trust. Your parents, good close friends who don't have children that sometimes just want to get out with a child and kind of, play with parenthood a little bit. Because I have friends that are like, yo, I just want to watch your kids. I want to know what it feels like. You know what I mean? So if you have that, right, don't take advantage of them in the sense of like overuse them, right? But definitely lean on your community. That's why we're there. That's how children get, a diversity of lessons and variants of voice that can empower them and mold them into adulthood. So don't overlook the value of having your family around. Now let me be very clear. That does not mean for those out there to just leave their, kids with their,
Anybody.
any and everybody. Not just that, but even if it's somebody you trust, like leaving them with them 6 days after, don't be ridiculous. Find some type of like common ground, but still utilize, lean on the crutch of your community. You know what I'm saying? Because lean on them because they're there and they want to be there. Especially if you got good grandparents. I want to jump up and shout. That is a blessing.
Shout out to our parents, yo.
That's what I'm saying. Good grandparents for your children. I'm not saying not my grandpa.
I'm saying ours.
Yes,
ours are fire.
Yeah, right.
Because it literally takes a village. You know what I mean? And it's not always about like discipline and things like that. But like you said, just the exposure to different things, different experiences, and just making sure that the community that you have is strong enough to help you, because it just circles back to one of our first points that we can't parent at our highest possible potential if we're slowly like on a decline. So it's good for the children, but it's also good for us. Gives us a chance to recharge and refuel. So the village is, even if your village is like one other person, like. If that's all that you have, then take that one other person. And if you have the luxury to have grandparents and cousins and aunts, just, let them dibble and dabble here and there in healthy environments, of course.
Absolutely.
In healthy environments. That'll give them, positive influence and positive exposure and, just give you a chance to do what you got to do as a parent to refuel.
For sure. I want to talk about, like, the ability to like, not everybody has the financial hold on, one of my children are talking.
She's talking to her toes.
Mom and Daddy doing the show right now. Okay. Thank you. All right. Listen, hey, sometimes you're keeping it real. It's dysfunctional family. You feel me? They right here with us while we shooting. But listen, keep it a buck. Not everybody has their luxury of like going on vacations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if you can, plan for those things. Good. Put $20 away, put $50 away in a check and be able to go and take yourself a vacation. But if you don't have that luxury, right? All your ends are tied up and strapped. There are like little, I don't want to call them mini vacations, but there are mini breaks within your day-to-day routine that you can kind of incorporate. You're actually really good at that. You want to talk a little bit about that? Things you do to, like, quote unquote get away, but it's not really a vacation, but it's something that's doable and manageable, that's bite-sized for parents that may not have the luxury of getting away on a vacation to replenish or to restore, or drop them to a relative to replenish or restore. What are some of those, like, routines you do day to day?
Well, one thing that we do in our house literally every day is we know that the girls are going to be most children have a set bedtime, but we know we're going to put them to bed at a certain time, like no later, depending on the day of the week and what we have to do the next day, kind of determines if they get a little extra half hour or a half hour early, a half hour later. But they go to bed at a specific time to make sure that, we have to wake up at 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. So we need to be in bed, or we want to be in bed by a certain time. So the kids have to be in bed by a certain time so that we have this window to either watch a movie or binge or plan or whatever it is. Like, we have space between the time the girls go to bed, the time we go to bed. Like, we have a pocket every day. I'm not talking about we get in where we fit in. Like, even if we literally watch one episode of Blackish, or if we have time, we'll binge and watch 4 or 5 episodes of a show or watch a movie or two. But we literally make sure that every day we are going to do something, in between the bedtimes so that we can kind of unwind together. And kind of just escape. Even
if it's just like talking. Sometimes we're just sitting there just talking, making jokes about the day or about something that went on. And it's like, yo, this really happened. Oh, yo, you remember when such that? Yo, she's wild. Right? So just that pocket of time is like, okay. But I even, like, I'll preach to parents that during the day, there are times that, like, especially during this pandemic, where you may have mentioned this earlier, so I'm just reiterating, but where you can find time where if you give your child an activity that's constructive and productive, find a little like you time. It doesn't have to always be rest either. Sometimes you got to do something that matters to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I got to sit down and send these emails. Right. And I have to tell the kids, hey, daddy can't be bothered for this set time. I'm going to give you some work to do, or if it's not something that they'll, they won't need help with,
like
or
set them up to paint,
or
coloring books,
paint
or something.
Activities, do puzzles. You know what I mean? It takes time, and you put it before the kids, and they'll find ways to engage with each other. If you have one child, obviously that's different. You got to find different things for them to do, but still find things that are constructive, puzzles and painting and coloring and, a little bit of tablet screen time, not excessive, but a little bit of tablet and screen time, things like that, because those are what we call like the mini breaks, the mini vacations, because sometimes when we are going through our agenda for the day, the only way to accomplish it is to have some solo time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we actually went to, shout out to Freehaven Farms here in New Jersey. And my guy, Micaiah Hall, he gave me some advice, and he was saying that adult plants can miss a day of being watered. But seedlings, if you miss one day, they can die. Wow. So the younger they are, the more attention they need. Wow. So as your kids get older, you also have to understand there are times you can pull back.
Yeah, they don't need as much watering. They don't need as much attention.
So if they're seedlings, obviously the feeding, the breastfeeding, the nursing, the pamper changing, the waking up, the burping, right? As they get older, it's like, hey, can I have? Go in the pantry and go get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of understanding that, like, the same way that happens in nature and in the plants, it happens with our children. Seedlings need our attention. You can't go a day without watering, but as your children grow and get older, understand the dynamic so that you can start, in the words, who said it? Reclaiming her time. You know what I mean?
Maxine Waters.
In the words of Rep Maxine Waters, you can start reclaiming some of your time. Yep. Yeah, you're going to still have to parent. Yeah, you're going to still be there in different spaces, different ways. But you can now pull back a little bit and say, okay, they can do this constructively on their own. So that gives me time to check these emails, send this, package this stuff up, clean this up, whatever is going to benefit you and be meaningful to you. So just remember that.
Yeah, man, that's something that I'm still struggling with, because there's times where I feel like I need to check on y'all all right?
Yeah, girls, I'll be telling her, I'm like,
yo, leave them alone.
Good.
Like, but y'all all right? And I'm just like, they're just seeing that they're evolving and they're a lot more self-sufficient. And they're growing to be independent, and they don't need us for every little thing. Right. But I'm still like, y'all good? You need water? you want a snack?
Out here pouring whole cups of water by themselves. They don't need you.
All right, Mom. We fine. Like, all right. But
you want to bring our guests on?
Yeah.
You think that was a good time? We got some guests we're gonna bring on.
We have some special guests today.
Come on, girls.
Hey, who's this? Oh, look at this big girl. You want to introduce yourself? What's your name?
Zara.
Say it nice and big. What's your name?
Say it towards the mic.
My name is Zara.
Your name is Zara.
My name is Yanea.
Oh, you loud. That mic is spiked.
So welcome. We talk about them all the time.
Welcome to Dysfunctional Family. You girls are a big part of this show. Tell the people. Let me see. Let me give you a quick question. What do you do when you can tell mommy and daddy you're tired? How do you support mommy and daddy when they're tired? What do you do? Sometimes.
I think I will say, okay, I'll give you a few minutes to rest.
You do actually say that.
That is what you say.
Is there anything you do, baby, when mommy and daddy are tired?
I kind of bother you when you sleep.
You do bother us when we sleep.
She keep it a buck. She said, I don't care how tired you are, I'm going to bother you when you sleep. Zara, keep it 100. But yeah, no, these girls are wonderful. We are blessed. This feels like a series finale or something. This is not the finale, but we just figured we'd bring them on because they wanted to come on. They're like, you're always recording and we want to be on. So we said we're going to bring them on. So today we're going to do a special this or that.
Ooh.
Mommy and Daddy are not going to be answering questions, but Yaya and Zara will be answering questions.
Is Zara going to be telling me questions and I tell her questions?
No.
Well,
Mommy and Daddy going to give you the question, and y'all have to choose which one you prefer.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to write it on your whiteboard.
Please like, subscribe, and share. Pace.
Pace.
Please like and please share. And subscribe for more.
Subscribe. Yeah. Subscribe.
all right, y'all. So our special guests today are answering the this or that questions. Y'all ready?
You gotta uncover your marker, baby, because you gotta write.
Let's open up your marker. Okay.
Which movie do you prefer? Moana or Coco?
Coco.
Oh, don't tell us.
Wait, you're supposed to write it
down.
All right.
Coco is their answer to the first question.
Why do you like Coco better than Moana?
Okay, you go first.
Because of the music. I like the music. It sounds really good.
That's a good
because I like the singing on the TV.
You like the music too?
Yeah.
All right.
Coco got some
Coco
dope
is
music.
You make me un poco loco, the way you keep me
You are
guessing.
on a singing binge.
It's the hat.
Episode.
It's the hat.
You wearing his hat backwards. That don't mean you start
Sideways,
singing.
my guy.
She already
All
started
right,
spelling
why are you writing
Coco?
Coco?
Because you already answered that question. All right, the next one, y'all don't say it out loud. You're gonna write it on the board. All right.
Ready.
If you need some help spelling it, Mom and Dad will help you. Okay.
Right, y'all ready?
But you whisper your answer to me. All right.
Okay.
Wait, it's my turn.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Would y'all rather go to Sesame Place or Six Flags? Oh, tell me.
All right, so write it down. See if you know how to spell it. Good job.
All right, sorry for our listeners. They need a little time.
Yeah, they spelling on their own. So there you go, girl. You go, girl. Now spell the second word. I almost gave it away.
They both have two words. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hold up to the camera. What'd you say, Zara?
I say Six Flags.
Six Flags. What you got, Yaya?
I would say Sesame Place.
All right, why do you choose
Sesame
Six Flags, Zara?
Because I like the ride of the elephants.
Oh, you like to see the elephants?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what about you, Yaya? Why you prefer Sesame Place over Six Flags?
Because riding on the water slide with you was really fun.
That was fun. That was lit.
Sesame Place was actually lit.
All right, last
question. You ready?
Which show do you prefer? Family Matters or Sister? All right, write it down.
Spell it like this.
You're doing a good job spelling, baby. I ain't give you a letter yet. That's what I'm talking about, big girl. You got this. Yeah, there you go.
Let me help you because Yaya's writing faster, so we need to hurry up. Because I don't want to keep the people waiting. Let me help you. Oh, this is gross. I'm sorry it's sloppy, y'all.
They get it. They gonna say it out loud. This will be fine. All right, here we go.
Ready?
Flip those boards. Ready, set. Oh, let them see it. What's your answer?
What'd you say?
I said Family Matters.
Oh,
what'd you say?
Family Matters.
Family Matters?
Oh. High five. Y'all
Okay.
agreed on this one.
What do you like about Family?
Because Steve is really fun.
Because Steve is really funny?
What you like about Family Matters?
It's a really good show.
Ooh. Oh, it's a good
I
show.
don't need to justify nothing. I said it's a good
Family
show.
Matters is a classic show.
It is. Listen, it was so good to have y'all on.
Thanks
Thanks
you for joining us.
our podcast.
Thank you.
Y'all made y'all podcast debut. Y'all are legends now.
You famous now, girl.
All right, y'all. We out, and I hope Amanda doesn't wear her cap like this the next episode.
Only one way to find out. Stay tuned.
Take front. Put it in the front.
I'm not putting nothing in the front, girl.
You don't even wrap.
You're looking in the wrong thing. You're supposed to be looking in that camera right there.
She's wild.
Yo, she's wild. All right, y'all. Listen, don't forget to Follow, like, subscribe, download. Yo, sorry, comment, engage. I'm trying to talk through all this noise, but we love y'all. Dysfunctional Family Podcast. We out.